Yo, what's going on, guys? We're going to be checking out a bunch of new cards coming out in the new Lightning Overdrive set. If you guys remember the Zexel weapons, well, they are actually getting some legit support coming out for them. If you guys remember how powerful that deck was, you'll drop a like on this video if you're an OG Yu-Gi-Oh player, because it was like the ultimate boss monster creation deck. Well, unfortunately, they kind of got phased out, but now they're getting some new support that it's going to make them quite more viable. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into the new cards. So the first card that we're going to be taking a look at is the ZW Pegasus Twin Saber. It is a level 5 light beast effect monster with 1000 attack and 2100 defense points, and it says that you can only control one ZW Pegasus Twin Saber. The second part of it says if your opponent's life points is at least 2000 higher than yours, you can special summon this card from your hand. The third effect is if you can target one Utopia monster you control and equip this card you control to that target as an equip spell that gives it 1000 attack. The fourth effect is once per turn while this card is equipped to a monster, you can negate any monster effect activated on your opponent's field. And what I really like with this, it doesn't have to like detach itself or anything like that. You just get a once per turn bonus negate, which again, that's what Yu-Gi-Oh decks need. If you guys want us to play, your new archetype, it's got to have negates, and at least they do offer at least one so far with Twin Saber. Next up, though, we have the Arm Sage over here. Or this is the ZS Arm Sage, so Zexal servers over here. Anyways, level 4 light warrior effect monster with 300 attack and 900 defense points. It says you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part of it is if you control exactly one level 4 monster except for ZS Arm Sage and no other monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. The next part of it on the second part says an Utopia monster that was summoned using this card on the field as material gains this effect. If it is exceed summon, you get to add one ZW monster from your deck to your hand. So you can just search out whatever other part you need, because that was a huge problem. If you guys remember back in the day when you tried to play this deck, it really had consistency issues with getting the right thing that you need, being able to make it not being like destroyed or targeted or whatever the case may be. But next up we have the Ascend Sage over here. So this is a level 4 light warrior effect monster with 900 attack and 300 defense points. And it says you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is you can control no cards, you can just special summon this card from your hand. The second part is an Utopia exceed summon monster that was summoned using this card on the field as material gains this effect. If it is exceed summon, you get to add one rank up magic normal spell from your deck to your hand, instantly just going straight up into the other cards. I really wish this also included quick plays, because that would actually make it so much better for like the surprise factor and trying to dodge other things, but still nonetheless that's a nice extra card that they do have. Next up we have the Dragonic Utopia Ray, so it's more of a boss monster here. So Utopia Ray is a rank 5 light warrior exceed effect monster with 2500 attack and 2000 defense points, and its materials are 3 level 5 monsters. And it says that this card's name is always treated as number C39 Utopia Ray. The first part of it says once per turn when this card is targeted for an attack or by a card effect, you can equip one ZW monster from your hand or deck to this card as if it were equipped by its own effect. The second part is once per turn you get to detach a material from this card and then target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of ZW monsters card equipped to this card and negate their effects. So there we go, we have automatically the negation over there and another form of disruption over there negating their effects. Unfortunately it doesn't negate and destroy, really wish it had that. Negate and banish is like the new cool thing now with Yu-Gi-Oh though. But anyways, next up we have the Dragonic Halbrin. This is a rank 5 Dark Dragon Exceed effect monster with 3000 attack and 2000 defense points. Its materials are 2 level 5 monsters. The first part of it says cannot attack directly. The second part is once per turn you detach material from this card, add a Zexel spell/trap from your deck to your hand. The third effect is you get to target a Utopia monster you control and equip this card you control to that target as an equip spell that gives it 3000 attack. The next part of it says when the equipped monster destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon any number of ZW monster cards equipped to the equipped monster. So you can bring back out the cards. I think that's kind of cool. Next up we have rank up magic Zexal Force. So this is a normal spell card that says you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part of it is target one exceed monster you control, special summon from your extra deck one Utopia or ZW monster that is 1 rank higher than that monster you control by using it as material. If you do, place one ZW or ZS monster from your deck on the top of your deck, this is treated as exceed summon, transfer its materials to summon monster. The second part of it says, if your opponent's life points is at least 2,000 higher than yours, you can banish this card from a graveyard and just draw a card. So that was kind of a nice card. Next up we have Zexo Construction, which is a normal spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. The first part of it says, reveal one card in your hand. If you do, add one of the cards below from your deck to your hand, then shuffle the revealed card into the deck. So you have a ZW monster or a ZS monster, a Zexal spell / trap, a rank up magic spell, or rank down magic spell as well. And then next up over here, this is the Zexo Intrush, which is a normal spell card that says you can only use each of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. The first part of it says target one Utopia ZW or ZS monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand or special summon it. The second part of it says if your opponent's life points is at least 2,000 higher than yours, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Zexal spell and trap in your graveyard except for Zexo Intrush and add it to your hand. I really wish this was one of those quick plays. A lot of these, again, they would be so much better if it just revolved around quick plays, because again, it could dodge so much more. Now, this card over here, Zexal Ledge, is actually really good. Maybe someone will figure out some cheesy way to like make this card really good in other decks, but this is Zexal Alliance. It is a normal trap card that says, if a face-up exceed monster you control is destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, you pay life points so that you only have 10 left. Special summon one Utopia monster from your graveyard. If you do, place one card from your deck on the top of your deck. This is where it gets really cheesy. I mean, you guys already know with Black Pendant and anything with like swapping life points with your opponent, that's like really, really dirty, right? And then the summon monster's attack becomes doubled, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle except with another number monster. So not only do you have to get like a boss monster out of it, but this is really insane. You get to place any card from your deck on the top of your deck. So basically you get to draw whatever you want to, and I'm like, this is perfect for rank up magic. Do you guys remember the rank up magic, the 7th one? If you draw this card during your normal draw, which will be, you know, next turn, unless you Upstart Goblin into it after the other play. But if you go right into this, you can go right into Silent Honor Dark, which you don't want to activate this effect because it could be stopped. Technically, it does get a bonus effect, but we're really not here to talk about this. It's just because this card, when it's destroyed, you can special summon this card from your graveyard and you gain life points. But we don't want that effect. I think the better effect would be actually just to go for this card, right, with the rank up, and then go instantly right into Crystal Serial Lancer, and this card has this awesome ability where you can just slap it right on top of the card, and then it gains 500 attack for each material attached to it, and if it would be destroyed, you get a detachment material from the card instead, so you can't really destroy it real easy. And then once per turn, you detach a material, and then all face-up monsters your opponent controls have their effects negated until the end of this turn. So that way you're actually able to go ahead and maybe do something with the card that you can top deck. Because remember, this is a trap card. It's going to bring back your card. Then you could top deck, negate everything, and then you should be able to potentially go for a game next turn. Or you can go for other cards. It's just a real simple little setup. Or what are the other good cards that have came out since the 7th one? Back in the day, it was just like, you would go for Silent Honor Dark because that was like the cool card back when this card like originally was an OG card and came out. But with this card, I think that there's a lot more potential. But like I said, with like Black Pendant and anything that would swap your opponent's life points, and you just literally you can literally pull off a Sparks or Ukazi and OTK your opponent. As long as your life points, you know, you're gonna have 10, so you can literally do whatever and you win the game. You can cowboy them for game, whatever the case may be. I just think it's a really cheesy card, and I know someone will try to abuse it. Yeah, you have to go for a Utopia first, but how hard is it to make Utopia at all? But anyways, guys, those are the new cards. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below. Do I think that these are going to be meta? I really don't think so. I think that this card is cheesy and someone will figure out something stupid with it. But other than that, I mean, the deck does have extra negates, and it's a lot better for sure, but I haven't even seen one person play these Utopia weapons in so long, because it almost reminds me of the Noble Knights, where you make this like super boss monster, you got all these equips, and then you get Kaiju, and you're like, oh my gosh. So I think what they really needed is one of the cards to be a field spell that searches out anything, and then your ZW monster can't be, or if it has a ZW equipped, it can't be tributed. That's the big problem with that, you know, a lot of boss monsters. They're really losing to just a simple little Kaiju boy. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you are new here and want to see gameplay of it, as I remember when I started uploading ZW weapons, and it got super popular over on, like, was it Dueling Network back in the day? But, you know, obviously the deck has definitely phased out. But if you want to see gameplay of it, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel with the bell notification on, and you'll definitely see these guys very soon, as they're always fun to play. But take care, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. And I'm signing out. Peace.